cool stuff, man.
Yeah, it is.
But you got to have a time to do it. Scheduling your day.
Right.
In my mornings, I start off with Instagram, but then I learned that I'm only getting people that follow me. That's it, you know. But I can copy that video and put it somewhere else. Facebook Reels, YouTube story, same video. Just multiple platforms. Then I could throw on LinkedIn. That's going to give me 500 right there a day. This is going to depend on what I want to do for the day.
Right.
I haven't researched on how long they last on LinkedIn, but I just got to put content out there. Throw it out there, and see how long the videos you can put up there too.
Okay.
You can put videos on there. I think it's 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Or maybe less. You want to research that.
Yeah.
I'm just now learning about this LinkedIn myself. So I tie in TikTok and LinkedIn. Just because TikTok, I'm kind of comfortable more with it now. Just because the first one got hacked and all that. And I was reporting the crime.
What I'm afraid of.
No, my phone did. They jammed my phone. I reported the fraud at the Kickapoo. So I had to get this new phone. So then I started researching more on how I can tie a podcast to generate and hit more people. Now, if you can imagine how Martin Luther King did without even this kind of platform, he moved freaking the world.
Yeah.
We had the same opportunity. It's just on how to schedule it in your daily life as your business. And that's where I do. Because I get bored with doing my own business like that, to generate stuff. Because I can do me now to where I can perfect it. To where I can help people, which then helps me do mine. Because see, with the podcast, I'm like, well, what do you do? So I'm in this area, I'm in this area, this area.
Yeah.
But it's not about me. It's about helping you get out there. Then over time, somebody's going to say, well, what does his company do? Oh, they do media marketing. Oh, they do this. They do land. They do treaty. They do this, whatever. But I got this information from researching, and that's what most people are doing. So when I said about that Jocko dude, he has a podcast, but he also has a brand, like jeans.
Okay.
Denim jeans out there in California. So you can look at people who are successful and how their lifestyle is. I'm pretty much like them, really. I mean, you really can see it. I have land. These famous people like Jocko and them, they have land. He has a podcast. I have a podcast. He has jeans. I have loincloths. Or whatever, whatever I have, it's going to be a special brand because, like I said, there's very few of our people left on this planet.
I know.
So it's going to have value. Like the Indian shirt, anything that you make, even when I make, it's going to have value way down the future in museums, coliseums, and you're going to have video that proves it, even documenting how you started. Even this right here podcast will be reference of your startup.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's history. You're making it. For real. Futuristically, think.
Yeah.
This is going to be what you're leaving behind. That's going to be here for a long, long time. When our people are long eradicated from this earth. That somebody goes, I remember my dad always talked about pretzel boil, tuffy. And that would be like a great-great-grandson or something, and they want to know how to make fry bread or whatever, or the family's way, or the trade and market secret to this, They'll look at that. That's my uncle, or that's my great uncle. This is that, stuff that people for them is going to have clout because of you, what you do today. So, like for me, my image is going to be the only one that's specialty in this. No matter who's up there as Secretary of Interior, she don't know what the heck's going on.
Yeah.
All these other people with degrees, they ain't associated with the ceremonial ground where I'm from, where you're from. Greenleaf, Old Ground, New Ground, all these places, these arbors, sweat lodges, everywhere where I'm at, sitting in these areas. They can't take away that. That's the authority that the treaties are. But there's only one that's doing that. But you got to jump through the hoops.
And that's the thing, though.
It's either believe or not to believe. Now, if you believe, you don't have to jump through the hoops. All you need is get more knowledge of what I have, which is their words, and use it against them.
Right.
Because that's what they understand. And you got to use the canons of construction because you had to learn this language we're using right now.
Yeah.
Your original tongue speaks truth. This Babylon is Babel because we don't know what it means. It means anything. So those are different laws.
Will the tribe help me out at all with any small business?
All right, so glad you asked that. Okay, so again, you find out from the people who do things and how they do it. So I start from ground zero every freaking year because of child support reaches into my
Right.
business account, which they shouldn't be able to because it's a business. It has nothing to do
Right.
with the flesh and blood entity that owns the corporate name they try to take money from.
Right.
So again, you got to understand there's a separation between your social security number and your accountant,
Right.
and your EIN of your business and your accountant. Okay, this is how I learned that too. So being in business and doing the My Like You app and doing the emails and getting the guy down here, which was the company that hired me to do business under, same accountant. Cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for the hookup. Because he's been in business 5 years and
Right.
helping me get up into this business of construction management. Well, same accountant, but I got my stuff garnished, man. I'm like, what the heck happened here? What's going on? How did this happen? So I started doing my own research because my accountant and his people underneath him did something that I was not aware of. So using my social security number in any fashion, any kind of way, with a business account is not I call it a code no joy. I found out they gave me money.
Is that an ethical
The
practice?
business, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I just know about this. What I'm sharing with you is that if I use my social security, they're going to take it
Yeah.
as an employee or something.
Right.
As a business, they have no way of doing it.
Right.
So you got to use, no matter what paperwork ever, is the EIN. Never should you use any kind of trace to it whatsoever
To this
the
corporate entity.
other entity.
Yeah.
Okay, it's its own. It gets its own account. It gets its own credit. It gets its own everything. Its own little baby. It's now being formed, and it doesn't get nothing else contaminated. Man, it's clean. It's good to go. Now you just need some fuel to operate this machine.
Right.
It's brand new. You just need some gas, man. That's what this is, information. Find a good accountant, a real good one, and you're going to pay him. You're going to pay him really good, too. You're going to make him special dishes or whatever. That way he knows what he's getting, like an investment of your money. It's because he's going to make money off of it, too, right? The more you pay him, the more bricks you get, the more he's going to find. Here's some lasagna. Check this out. Oh, that's a good product. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This one about 2 weeks down the road. I'm thinking about doing this one here. Blah, blah, blah. Let me see if I can find a brick for experimental menus or whatever. You know? He knows it. That's his thing. He's a specialty in this stuff, right?
Right.
So you want to research and Google food accountants, pastries, cafe, whatever. And you call some of these people, say, hey, I'm doing a story for Indian country, so you could be a reporter for me. So we're doing this thing about voices from Indian country. How did you start up here? Who's your accountant? Who does the books? Y'all use QuickBooks? Or, just kind of throw things out there for people who want to start up too, as a reporter. Because that would help you brand and logo your stuff too.
Yeah.
Going out there for voices from Indian country. Because you're here in Norman, why not?
Yeah.
Then meanwhile, you're finding out, hey, they use this accountant. They're in this food industry and beverage. So I want to use them because they can find out this industry of where I can get these breaks.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man. So he's going to find you the breaks. You're going to get more money in return. So the I expense, the mile IQ, you email him. He's going to find those breaks. You get that back. Your rent, utilities, since you have a home office, half of that is going to come back too, right?
Can I use the home office now?
Once you got that business, that date,
I need
that's
that.
when that
The EIN?
no, that letter, that
The
for
LLC?
the email, the certificate, the
All right.
date of that.
All right. So
Whenever
from
it's
from
been
last week?
paid whenever you
from
push
last week through the end of the year.
from when you pushed enter or when you pushed submit,
Right.
that moment on should have been, "Wah! That baby is born." So everything from then, whatever receipts, mileage, whatever you can find, that book, well, the molecule's better. It'll help you keep an odometer
Right.
readings per day, and you just swipe left or right if it's business or whatever,
Right.
whatever. But you want to keep the business ones.
So-
You don't see how much you made a day. It's, wow, man, just by driving. So accountants know how to take that as an expense for mileage. So that's how you would want to do a gas card after you develop Tier 1,
Right.
which is AT&T, what I do with my company, and because it has a hotspot.
Right.
But I brought my own phone over. I used my EIN because the last time they used my social for my business. I said, no. I learned a lesson. That's what I'm saying. You find people who've been through it. That way you don't have to go through that stuff later. And, well, that guy told me that this or that. Blah, blah. You know, they didn't go through it. They might have just kind of snuck through somehow and was just pretending to be a business. They found you. They found Voices from Indian Country podcast.
I'm back.
Now when you start your business, you should already be doing this with your accounting and your mindset, okay? Now this is going to be a different flip from everything that you're used to.
Right.
Because you're programmed to work for the man.
Right.
Now you the man. Now you got to be competitive with the man. This man has programmed the masses to pay him first no matter what. Grab that mindset because you know it works. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Pay me first. Now, what are you going to say? What does he say? He says, pay me first. So you're going to repeat that shit. Pay me first. You ain't going to be paying bills first. Nope. You're going to pay yourself first. That's called investing in you, man. Look at the system. It works, dude.
Yeah.
Pay me first. I schedule my phone bill for the 7th day of the month, but I pay them on the 1st. I pay when I pay. I'm not one of those people that's programmed to pay them first. That gives me 7 days to make $100. So with that $100, what if I invest it in myself and buy me like 3 chains for the chainsaw?
Right.
And for that increases my productivity in the ricks of wood
Right.
that are selling from 120 to 200
Right.
to get a bigger chainsaw for 4 ricks of wood.
Yeah.
A stronger one that can make wood planks to build houses. That could build your cooking thing. So pay yourself first. Now, how much you're going to pay yourself first? Because you can't give yourself all that money because, hey, man, maybe I'm embezzling from a company, maybe not. So there's got to be an approach to it, right? There has to be. So I developed my own, and I put it in a format to where every time I leave here, my home office, there's a certain amount of currency that I have, and there's going to be some when I come back. So when I come back, I have receipts that shows where the money that I had, where it went. So I'm going to take a picture of that with my eye expense. So let's say if I had $100 that comes to the company. Well, I'm going to pay myself first 20% right off the top. So I'm going to put over here to pay me first account. Then I'm going to have a new balance. It's going to be $80. So $80 I'm going to manipulate into 3 different types of accounts. I'm going to pay my accountant a third, 33% of this 80%. Then it's going to have, I'm just going to just chop it up, 33% to the expense, 34% to my investment account. So the new business account